What's up, y'all? So today I'm gonna ask you a question, and then I'll get into what I'm gonna talk about. So there used to be a question I asked everyone, and I've kind of stopped because I've had a lot of other stuff going on. So I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you live for? What do you live for? Like, if you had asked me that question about 3 years ago, I would have probably said, I live to make this world better. I want to run for office and hopefully make changes to a system that really needed it, a system that needed an overhaul, really. And even though I started to see the illusion shatter, it it still didn't dawn on me, and nor could I have fathomed that the thing that I was going for was fictitious, was illusory. I mean, really, there are people who are in charge of people you think are in charge. So it's like, what's the point of running for something when you won't actually be in a position of authority? You won't actually have power because it it's not real. It's for the masses to keep them believing. Um, what proof do you have of this? Watch the news, listen to your politician. That's all the proof you need. You can hear it when they talk. They don't even hide it anymore. So you got to go with it, I guess, or realize what's happening. Now, back to what I was saying. So, what I live for now is wisdom. It was really wisdom, and I was getting a lot of inside downloads and whatnot. But really, what pushed me over the edge of realizing my truer potential is the quarantine. All these measures that they put in place, it helped kick me out of that old way of thinking into realizing that these people are literally going to lie to me. They will lie to me about everything. So I had to start researching on my own. I had to start getting on YouTube, watching videos, listening to others who are like minded, which helped me become more than I was. Because it's not just the like mindedness that helps, it's the fact that you can discern, that you can take one bit of information from one place and another bit of information that's contradictory to that first set of information in another stance, and then you weigh your options, you look at both sides, you listen to all the facts, and then you make your overall determining factor or decision from there. And ultimately, you realize that if you look at both sides of the picture and then make your decision, how could you be wrong? Unless you choose to be wrong on purpose. Like, it's just too easy. So now I'm just like, what are we doing? What do you live for? Are you living for a fictitious system, or are you living for yourself? That's what you have to ask yourself. And one way to coax yourself out of the the illusory world is, what helped me was I told myself, in which I truly understand what's happening, that certain things are going to take place and that the powers that be won't tell me. So it helped shatter that illusion fully. It really did. It broke it. If you say that the end of the world is happening, people get a negative connotation and they get that sense of, I don't believe what you're saying. That doesn't make any sense. The sun's still coming up. The sky's still blue. So what are you talking about? Well, half the time, the chemtrails that they're putting up in the sky block out the sun. And really, it does. At this point, it's no hiding it. The people have recorded this stuff. I've sat there and watched it. Like, those trails literally disperse, and then I guess they're attracted to the UV wavelength of light, because they will move towards the light source, which is interesting to me. So I guess I don't know. Just look at it, watch it one day, watch chemtrails one day. Just watch them, and then you watch so many YouTubers, especially there's so many channels out there that watch the people who are in positions of authority, and like looking at all the air traffic that we have, especially when it comes to military, you start to correlate facts and realize that some of these planes are probably the planes that are perpetrating um, what's going on in the skies. So just think about it. Just think about it. These people lie. They don't care about you. Really, they don't. They block out people who speak the truth. Like, there's somebody I watch. They pretty much took all his videos down. They pretty much told him, no, you're not. You're wrong. Your lives, we're going to shut that down. Because they're scared of the truth. They're scared of losing power. Like my views. My views so low. But when you look at the analytics, they're so high. And I don't write to YouTube because I'm just like, I don't care. I really don't care. I see what y'all doing now. It's cool. And then you try to put up these little disclaimers after the fact to make it seem like, oh, well, look, these are by the minute, so you know it's got to be right. You control that. You do know that, right? You do understand that we who can discern properly can see right through that, right? I guess you just think that nobody can pay attention to you, and if no one says anything, it's okay. That's pretty much how we work anyway. If no one says anything, it's okay, even if someone actually knows that you did something wrong. It's okay if they don't say anything, right? This is why we are going through a reset, because there's no real entity or organization or power source out there that is working for good. You think these people are working for good, and they're horribly demonic. They're working in negative energy. They are left-hand path. And you believe them? You sitting up here thinking that they want things to go back to normal? They're going to come for you. Each and every last one of you. And if you're chosen, just realize they can't touch you. They can't touch you. Anything they do, they've attacked me spiritually. They've been attacking this portion right here. And, it's an interesting kind of voodoo event where you take like a lamb's tongue or some type of tongue, and you put it, like you twist it and do something to it, and then you stab it with a knife and whatnot. Listen, I don't have to wear sunglasses. I don't have to do none of that stuff. I'm not scared of any of you whatsoever. So if you want to come from me spiritually, on a spiritual level, please be aware and assured that I will reciprocate with every portion of my dominion. I will reciprocate. I promise you. And some of you who've already done that know this. So this is why you haven't done it again. So it is what it is. And one last thing, folks. One last thing, because this is getting a little bit longer than I would like. Send energy to somebody and see what happens. Like, if you watch somebody live or someone you actually like, if you watch them live, try to send energy that way. See what their facial expression is. See what they do when you just believe it. You have to believe it, and energy will go. So, it's time, people. We're getting to a point of which you have to really understand what is taking place and where we are. And once you can do that, once you can fully and freely understand and discern, sky is the limit. The firmament is the limit. Not really, the firmament is not the limit. There's so much more to just the firmament and Sheol and Tartarus, which I have to let you know at this moment, Tartarus no longer exists. Sheol is collapsing. We have a problem. There, I said it. But take heart. Everything will be okay. All right? If I'm not worried, if you don't see any worry on my face, because my facial expressions are classic, okay? If you actually get to meet me, you will realize my facial expressions are just classic. So if I'm not worried, you shouldn't be worried. And for those who are on this journey, if you're not worried, I know I'm not gonna be worried, because that group thought, and I'm not talking about group thought on the mass level. I'm talking about group thought between the chosen, because we do have a group thought going on. I'm not worried. I know y'all aren't worried. So we got this. Everything is good. Everything is copacetic. So, with that being said, for the light workers, keep doing your thing. For the chosen, stay on mission. And for those who know, let's get it.